You are now tuned into the Selflessly Selfish Podcast, where best practices are shared to help you improve self-care and live a balanced life of joy, love, and abundance. I am your host, profoundly unforgettable, the resource you seek, Master Life Coach Teresa Webb, here to encourage, motivate, edify, and inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Welcome back, those of you that are returning, and welcome those of you that are joining me for the first time. Thank you for allowing me in your space. Those of you that are watching via YouTube, as well as listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. You already know what to do. Subscribe, follow, click the bell so that you know that you will be notified when new episodes are uploaded. Now, today is episode 7. I am going to be frank with you. I just want to talk to you for a little bit. Is that okay? Can I just talk to you for a little bit? Sometimes I have to laugh at myself. Because I'm thinking, am I trying to convince you all or trying to convince myself? Oh my goodness. The time that we are in right now is a time where we are going to have to trust the process. Trust the entire process. Trust that you are right where you need to be at. And even when everything seems to be going wrong, take some time to look at your perspective on the situation. Take some time to look at the changes that, could be made, or if there's something that you can do differently. But don't stop. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep going. And remember why it is that you started. Because I can certainly tell you that since I begun the podcast, that I've had to remind myself more often than you would know why I started, what it is that I want to accomplish, remind myself of the end goal, and tell myself every day that quitting is not an option. Some of the episodes I've had to go at it 2-3 times. And I'm talking about from editing to the re-recording. And yes, I felt like I wanted to throw my hands up and just stop and say, let's find something else. But I'm to the point now where I'm not looking for things to get easier. I'm wanting to get stronger. I'm wanting to build endurance. I'm wanting to build courage, strength. I want to step out of my comfort zone. I am stepping out of my comfort zone. So I don't need things to be easier. I want to become stronger. I want to grow in my confidence, because I know what it feels like now to do something that others thought was not possible for you, to do things that you didn't think that you were capable of doing. I know what that feels like. And I know that if I just keep at it, if you just keep at it, that eventually you're going to figure it out. It's going to work. You're going to accomplish everything that you set out to do, but you can't quit. You got to stay focused. You got to do whatever it is that you need to do to keep yourself inspired, to encourage yourself. If it's every day that you're reminding yourself why you started this, why you're doing this, then that's what you'll need to do. That's what I'm going to do. because quitting is not an option. Quitting is not an option. Sometimes we have to take some time alone and accept the fact and just know that being alone doesn't mean that you're lonely. Sometimes you have to take time apart, set aside time for yourself just to gain a sense of clarity, to gather your thoughts, to reposition yourself, to come up with a plan, not a plan B. Not a plan B, because plan A is we're going to keep going in the direction of us achieving our goals. Now, will the steps sometimes get out of order? Yes. But the plan is to finish what we started. That's the plan. That's always the plan, to finish what we started. And sometimes that will mean if you don't have people that are supporting you right now, then sometimes you may be all you have. Sometimes you may be all you have, and you may have to that time. Because what you cannot allow to happen is to share your dreams, share your vision, share your ideas with someone who are not aligned with what it is that you're trying to accomplish. That is the fastest way to crash and burn, is sharing your dreams, your goals, and your visions with someone who does not share the same mindset as you. You want to share your dreams, your goals, your ideas with people that are aligned with your goals. That are going to ensure that you keep a positive mindset and you're focused on what it is that you desire to do. I am so glad that you all are with me today. I am so glad. I shared earlier on one of the episodes that my goal is to grow the podcast. Today, I told you that it was going to be like none other. There is no plan. There is no outline. I just wanted to speak with you all, just share from the heart that sometimes things will get difficult. It will get rough, and you may want to run far away, just as far away as you can. And that's why this podcast is here. To let you know that those days will happen, and then I'll be right here to tell you that quitting is not an option. I'll be right here to tell you that you can do it. Maybe you just need to take a day off, just some time to let your mind just rest, just a little bit, because rest is required. That's a part of self-care as well. That's definitely a part of self-care. We have to make sure that we're getting proper rest so that we can be able to think clearly. I'll be here to encourage you. I'll be here to tell you to write down your goals. If you even have to start by the day. Sometimes you may have to go step by step and start by every 3 or 4 hours and write down some things that you want to accomplish just in that time. But whatever you need to do, just tell yourself that quitting is not an option. Quitting is not an option. And I'm going to figure it out. And most of the times, when we stick with it and we stay focused, we figure it out. I'm still here, episode 7, still here, figuring it out. Some stuff as you go, that's how you're going to learn. But I would like for, if you all would, to I would like, if you would, to be sure to comment if you haven't already done so. Click that subscribe and be sure to click the bell so that you'll be notified when there's new episodes uploaded. My goal is to grow this podcast. By the end of the year, I would like 1,000 plus subscribers. And I believe that I can do it. I'm going to work at remaining consistent. I would like to do some lives, but I'm here. I'm here to encourage you. I'm here to let you know that you can do it. You can do it. Whatever it is that you are working on, if you are ready to, to branch out and start a small business, if you are ready to apply for that new position, if you're ready to level up, say you're wanting a promotion, whatever it is, write out your game plan and start working towards it. Just know that quitting is not an option. Sometimes you may have to shift. Sometimes you may have to change the order, restructure. But the end goal is we finish what we start. We finish what we start. And I'm excited. I'm excited. I also wanted to share something that I wanted to talk about with everything that was going on with the whole, I don't even know what they call it. The battle rap. There was a big issue going on when, one of the guys decided to respond. And then he came back and did an apology. You know what? Look. Sometimes we have to be willing to go against the grain. So what has never been done before? When it comes to your peace of mind, it's not worth sacrificing anything. Your peace of mind is what's most important. If someone tells you that I wasn't at peace with whatever decision I made or the choices that I made, I'm going to support that 100%. 100%. Because I do find a lot of times and a lot of things that are happening right now in the world, it's because we are surrounding ourselves with the wrong people. And it's allowing us to make bad choices, bad decisions that are costing us later on down the line in our life. It's important to surround yourself with people that are aligned with your goals, aligned with the things that you are working to accomplish. It's okay if people that you grew up with, that you've been lifelong friends with, sometimes it could even be family members that you now find unrelatable. People that would know what each other were thinking. It's okay if you are not able to relate to that anymore, because guess what? Hopefully it means that you're growing. Because I'm telling you this, I don't want to find myself still someone that's in the same place they were 10 years ago. We have got to be growing. What is it that we're moving towards? What is it that we're trying to do? What is it that we're trying to accomplish? I know people think, setting goals and all this kind of stuff. Oh, no, it's real. It's real, because once you write it down and you're holding yourself accountable, then your mindset will start to shift. And before you know it, you'll start working and doing those things that are going to take you in the direction that you need to go to achieve those goals. But if you don't have anything written down, you're going to find yourself exactly in the same place that you were 10 years ago. But I know that I was created for more. I'm capable of more. And it's time that we start maxing out, holding ourselves accountable. And some things are going to be difficult. Some things are going to be difficult. Some things are not going to always be easy. But like I said, we don't want it to be easier. We want to become stronger. We want to become more resilient with our thought process. We want to become stronger, and not being fearful or afraid to try something new, to step outside of our comfort zone. If I could just encourage someone today that may be just starting out, as well as myself, to tell you just to keep going. To keep going. A lot of this I am figuring out as I go, and I am not afraid to say that. It has nothing to do with imposter syndrome. I'm just new at what I'm doing. I do know that I love it. I enjoy speaking with the people. I enjoy interacting with you. I enjoy sharing tips. And sometimes things are just not going to go the way that we planned them. And one thing that I have learned is that life is always teaching us something. Life is always teaching us something. And that is whether we are ready to learn or not. Life is always teaching us something. And when you find that life is most difficult, take a look at your life. Take a look at your mindset. Take a look at what it is that you're doing. Are you doing something differently than you were doing before? Because life is definitely letting you know that something's not working. The reason that you're finding it most difficult, and it could mean that you're needing to shift. Could be your mindset, the way that you're seeing it, the way that you're looking at things. Change your perspective on whatever it is that you're working on. And in the same sense, when life is going well, it's telling you that keep going. What you're doing is working. And stay focused. Positive mindset is taking you in the direction that you need to go. The way that you're seeing it is possibly you're actually seeing what it is that you need to be seeing. I don't want to get too deep with this or try to go too much into it. Just know that life is always teaching us. There's lessons to be learned if we can slow down and take a look. Just give ourselves time to get our grounding. And if it's time to shift, shift. Be ready to do whatever it takes to take your life in the direction that you desire it to go, to make sure that you are still aligned with your purpose. Thank you all for joining me, and thank you all for allowing me in your space today. Those of you that are watching via YouTube, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and remember to click the bell so that you will be notified whenever there's new episodes uploaded. Those of you that are listening via Spotify or Apple Podcasts, thank you again for your time and allowing me in your space as well. I am your host, profoundly unforgettable, the resource that you seek, Master Life Coach Teresa Webb, here to encourage, motivate, edify, and inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Stay hopeful and take action.